Hello, today I'd like to talk to you about the ME Quantum Network Bridge. This is a multi-block structure in applied energistics that was introduced in version 12A. I'm presently using version 12B, which is part of the FTB Unleashed version 1.1.6 pack. To make this multi-block structure, you start off with 9 quantum field rings, and these just go in a ring, oddly enough. And in the center you put a quantum link chamber, and that will transform into the multi-block structure. Once you have that put together, you have to open up the ME quantum link chamber and put an entangled quantum singularity inside there. It is worth noting that you cannot share the quantum field rings, so if you attempt to build a second multi-block structure off of the first, it will not work. And that is if you try and do it in any given direction. So even if we come out this way, we're unable to do that. So I don't normally do crafting recipes, but it is not entirely straightforward how one makes a quantum entangled singularity. So let's have a look here. You need an ME condenser on your network, and inside it you have to have a storage cluster, and this is the big one that you'd use to make your 64K storage units. Once you have that in there, you click up here on the output and you change it into singularities, and then you put 256,000 of any item or items in here, and once you have it completely full, you will have a singularity. Once you do have your singularity, you will want to, oops, oh my, that's one of these buttons. Once you do have your singularity, you'll want to put one of those with some Interpol dust, and then set off some TNT next to it. I'm actually using the tiny TNT, which has a much smaller sound and also destroys less blocks around it. And once you put your singularity, some Interpol dust, and an explosion together, you will get 2 quantum entangled singularities. Go ahead and make another set of these right fast. Oh, get in there. Alright, so now we've got a second set, and you'll notice that they did not stack together. So these do not stack with these. It is in fact a pair of singularities, so I can't mix and match these together, but you can stack them back where they go. Something you may want to do is get yourself an anvil, so that you can rename these to something useful to you. And to make them easier to distinguish from one another without trying to stack them together. So once you have that, you can put one in one ME quantum link chamber, and its matched pair in a second ME quantum link chamber, and it will bridge your ME network together. But you do have to supply an independent source of power to the structure in order for it to operate. It uses 100 units per tick of the ME power, which varies depending on whether you're feeding it megajoules or the Industrial Craft 2 power. But do note it does require its own power source and has to be connected to one of the 4 block faces here. So it will not draw power from the network. And it will also not pass network signal through if it doesn't have power. You can see right now that we're connected to our ME controller here, and we're pulling another cable out the side here, and this drive is active. However, if we were to break the power here, this drive becomes inactive. And I'm going to grab another piece of glass fiber cable here, and just put that connection back. Okay, so what does this do? Essentially, it just joins this quantum bridge over to the quantum bridge with the matched singularity in it. And so you can see we're running our cable off here, and we've got another drive over here, and if we look on our primary network, we can see that multiple drives are showing up. We actually have 3 of them, so we've got one here, and one here, and we've got a second bridge, which is connected, well, a third bridge, which is connected to a 4th bridge with our 3rd drive right here. So all of these are part of the same network. So there's just the one ME controller there. And if we were to add a ME controller to a different network segment, well, to the same network segment divided by a quantum bridge, it would actually cause a controller conflict and not work. Something that you may have noticed is that you can have these either upright or laying down, and either configuration works just fine. Something else that you may want to consider is that the export and import buses do in fact work to pull singularities in and out of your quantum link chambers. So if you did feel like building a management network to kind of shift those around, that's entirely possible. You can use a power relay stuck to the top of a powered bridge to power your second controller. And then you could use an import and export bus, perhaps coupled with an item tesseract, to pull those out and move them around to different networks. One other thing that you will want to keep in mind is this does not work interdimensionally. So if you have a ME network segment in the neither or the end or any other world that you might have out there, it is not going to connect to it. It does only work on a single world, but you can have it separated by very large distances, assuming that you chunk load both sides. So both sides do need to be loaded. They do not chunk load themselves, and this will allow you to extend your ME network to wherever you need it. So hopefully this has been helpful if you are just taking a look at these for the first time. Once again, we use quantum field rings and quantum link chambers to build our ME quantum network bridge. We use singularities and interpearl dust along with an explosion to make quantum entangled singularities. We can rename those, and we can put a pair of them in two separate bridges to extend our ME network across the bridge. And our import and export buses do work to pull these singularities in and out of our bridges. So if you need to move one around for some reason in an automated way, you are more than able to do that. Thank you for your time, everyone, and I would like to extend a special thanks to Hawk Likes Pancakes, who has encouraged me to continue making videos. So thank you very much, sir, and I hope you have a great day.